Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to move around and how to navigate inside Blender. So there is the Gizmo tool. We can rotate our default cube around the axes. With the middle mouse button we can rotate as well without the Gizmo, and also we can use the shift middle mouse button to pan our 3D object, our default cube, and also we can switch on and off the orthographic and perspective view. So let's scale this cube into another form of object, because it's easier to show you guys the different views and perspectives. So we have this flattened cube now, and also there is the pie menu we can use in order to change the 3D cursor position. We have to talk about the different views in Blender. With the Numpad you can choose the top view, which is this. Now we can choose the bottom and also the side views as well. So it's really simple. With the Numpad switched on we can choose these options, and also there is the camera, the default camera, and with pressing the 0 key on the Numpad we can choose these options as well. So as I said, it's easy because we can pan around, we can rotate with the Gizmo and without the Gizmo as well. So this is how we choose the 3D object object origin and the 3D cursor, and what is the difference between them. So object origin is always placed in the middle of our 3D object, which is this flattened cube now. And also if we put somewhere else the 3D cursor, we can see now that orange dot is our object origin and our 3D cursor is placed outside. And now set origin, and we can put the origin into the 3D cursor. And also we can choose the other options as well, where we put the geometry into the origin and basically we moved this 3D object. And with the Ctrl Z we can undo this movement, and now we put it back into the position. Yeah, so our 3D cursor is basically the word origin, so it represents the word origin, and with the pie menu we can put it back into its default position, which is the word origin. Word origin, it means where the X, Y and Z axes are intersecting. And also we can switch on and off the object and the edit mode, and now pie menu as well with the Shift and S, and we can place also the 3D cursor into this vertex point, into this corner of our object. So tab key on and off, object mode and edit mode, and also the pie menu is very beneficial as well. We can move around our 3D object just by grabbing that arrow and using our X, Y and Z axes, and also we can use the G key to grab, and basically we do the same movements. On the top view, I'm going to show you the rotate. Very simple. It rotates around the object origin, which is the orange dot, and also we can move around the 3D cursor. In order to do that, we need to transfer the pivot point. We need to put it into the 3D cursor, and now if we press the R key in order to rotate, it's going to be rotated around the 3D cursor, which is the pivot point right now. And let's put it back to its individual origin point. So really simple, just by pressing the R key you can rotate our 3D object. So as I said before, we have this edit mode, has 3 selections: the vertex, which is points, the edge, and the face selection mode. On the top view, I'm going to show you now how to duplicate this 3D object. Really simple. Duplicate it means individual instances, but there is no connection, there is no beneficial connection between them. So these are not components, just simple individual instances. Same shapes, but these are not connected to each other. So let's delete it. Now I'm going to show you how to make a component. So it's similar to the families in Revit. It means we have 2 instances, but if we modify one of them, the other one it's going to modify, it's going to change as well. So it's very, very beneficial. Now we have components. So let's delete it, go back to our original object, and now I'm going to show you the basic modeling shortcuts. So you can move our faces in the edit mode. We can grab our vertices and also the edges as well. The first is the inset. It means we are creating right now different, 5 new faces, and if we choose the middle one, we can grab it and moving around we can extrude. It means we create a new face by extruding the faces. We can put a loop cut by Ctrl R, one loop cut in order to divide this 3D object into 2 parts. And by switching to edge mode, I'm going to show you how to make a bevel. It means we create a round shape edge basically. So it's not sharp, it's going to be rounded. So it's Ctrl plus B, bevel shortcut. We can create as many segments as we want. We can choose the width of our bevel. Width type is now offset segments. And now I'm going to show you a different approach. Just by grabbing that edge, we are going to use the same bevel tool, but now percent, the width type is percent. The percentage, we are going to use this one, and also very beneficial at the end, just save our simple project. Thank you so much. Bye bye.